Welcome to my 8th Let's Play video, Foundry Update 2. I've added some new items here and I thought I'd give a little flying tour to show it. I needed a new Ignium that's just like coal source because what I have has been running out and I've been bringing it in from the space station, but that's cost money. So what I'm doing now is there's an Ignium vein over there, and as I showed in the last video, if you put a fracking tower on top of it and then put in ore miners, you'll get ore indefinitely from it. So what I've done is I already had another facility set up here to do producing gases and paint, which is we were using on the assembly line. And then what I've done now is I've added a pad here, and this is new for update 2. This is a liquid shuttle, flies out liquid, and we are leaving from here. And I was kind of hoping that, oh no, it's just the radar dish. It's kind of cool because these shuttles, you can actually ride inside of them. Maybe I'll show that in a video sometime, but the vehicle's sitting over at the new site, so I guess what we'll do is we'll just fly there. Yeah, so this is where you can see it's got tanks on board to hold olumite. That pipeline is actually something different. That's the fracking material for this tower, but I didn't want to run a huge new pipe over there. Plus, at some point I didn't know if I'd end up not having enough fluid. So we'll head towards it, and in the meantime, on the route out, I'll show you what was my old Ignium deposit, which I was stripping to provide Ignium, because my steam turbines burn Ignium. They can't burn anything else. And this is Ignium deposit 3. And it was actually this sort of a big ball that sat in here, and then as I ate away parts of it, I had to move further in with my miners. And so this is all that's left. I've already started stripping some of the parts from it, but it takes a while to strip parts. So I got all the stuff that was valuable and important. But because we're going to have an ore mine over there, a vein mine, I ran power to it. And this is where like I said, no luck. This is where the liquid shuttle is. And like I said, I'll show you how it can go on board. There it is. There's the liquid tanks on board. There's my robot pilot. Maybe I can get his attention. Oh, no, he's just hitting buttons. Alright. So, the olumite comes here, flown in. I tap it off into this tank right here, which is full, and then it comes down to the surface through this maze of pipes, and it goes to that tank, and it also goes to these 2 distillation towers, and the waste gas from the distillation towers go here. You're not seeing any production because I'm producing a lot more than I need right now, as I can show you by going to here. See, there's no inputs and outputs in the past minute, but the pipeline is full of fracking liquid. And this is, you make the some of the products here, oops, in these distillation towers, and this chemical processor takes in air from this giant air vent. That's what this is. It sucks in air and puts it in a pipe and blows it. And it also uses, I'm drowning the pain in the neck here. You can't get out of the water. You have to find some solid land. So if you go overboard, it's a real nuisance. So as we were saying, you pipe in air and water and the olumite gas, and out comes fracking liquid. And then we run it through this rather twisty pipe here, and there's our new fracking tower. And the fracking tower pushes down fracking fluid into this vein. This vein was a lot larger and covered with Earth, but I used my orbital laser to cut it away, which was extremely satisfying. And then I dropped this elevator, which I kind of misplaced. So we'll go down the elevator. And as we go down, I'll bring up my scanning tool and show you what the ore vein looks like. That's the ore vein. And you see those little pop-ups, that's where there's access points. The highest points are at level 95, and remember, 0 is the absolute bottom of the map. And there's 95 is the nearest, the highest level. Oops. So, here's my elevator, power supply, the freight elevator that's bringing supplies up, and here are the two miners. And as I showed them last time, they're right now just starting to drill. Eventually they'll be stuck in just like the one I showed in the last video, and they'll continue putting out material. Now, I was going to upgrade this elevator to show you how to upgrade elevators, but there's well, I guess I might as well do it. I'll show you how to do it. You go to your... Oh, wow. Practically don't have any spare space in here. I'll destroy a couple items, get a little space. These seeds I've never used. I've never built anything that way. But if I take freight elevator 4, it updates it, and you notice how much faster it goes up. So we'll go one more thing to show. We'll go back to the surface. Ta-da. And again, as I said. And there's the top of the vein. And there's other veins nearby. My scanner actually finds them. So this is the top of the elevator, and you can see the ignium gets sent out here. I've got a supply container, which I'm keeping full by providing supply. This is very tricky. On the last update, when I played several months ago, this was a pain in the neck to get this thing balanced so that you didn't store too much in here, and so that when the shuttle came to pick up some product, you had enough in here so it could load quickly. And I ended up with more storage units than I needed, and did some calculations and found out this is probably optimal. See, this is still filling up. If I go over here, walk to the panel, it says that the shuttle I'm waiting for is still unloading, and you can see it's unloading here. Those are the numbers actually on the ship cargo, and it's slowly unloading. So I'm going to wait for it to come back. So we're already down 42, so it shouldn't take too much longer. And then when the shuttle comes back, I'll show you how it loads up, and then you leave. Now what we'll do next is, at some point from the underground location, I'll go around, and there's a couple of more locations at the 95 level, and I'll put down ore miners at those levels. And then there's also ones further down. There's 57 and some at 16. I think there's 9 in total. Yeah, our fluid shuttle's just sitting here because it's bringing a huge amount of olumite, crude olumite, and I don't use that much. But it's apparently not having any effect on the fracking. Alright, we should be seeing the shuttle here sometime soon. Go over and check. We're still filling. We're up to 4,000. Oh, see, it's now 500 meters away. So we should see it soon coming into land. And I have this set that it's a 50% full mark, half the boxes. When cargo fills those top 5 boxes and starts hitting this second row, it'll leave. So here it comes. This is kind of cool. Watch it come in. Alright, it's there. Here's my robot pilot. Now we're filling, and notice how fast it is. If we want to take a little ride here, we need to get inside. Here we go. Robot pilot. Keeps hitting that button. There we go. We're taking off, heading out. We can get a nice view of everything as we leave. Really not easy to see anything from out front here. Too much reflections off the glass. So we'll just go out here at the back window and watch. Oops. Well, that was a dumb thing to do. Alright. Well, so that's the idea. Oh, I can fly as fast as that shuttle. We'll watch where it comes in and lands. This was not what I intended. I intended to ride there on the back of it, but I stepped out. No safety belt. Alright. And it's coming into land soon. If you don't get hit by one of these other shuttles or space station vehicles. There it goes. Oh, I see what's happening. See it standing there? That's because there's already somebody sitting on the pad. And until that one leaves, that one will just stay there. So I'll end the video at this point. There you go. New Ignium ore vein mine. And flight on a shuttle. Oops, there it goes. Never mind. Hang on. We're gonna... There's things dropping all over the sky here. There it goes. Now it's going to move in position. If I can do this real cleverly, I can... it's too late. I'm just going to try to hop inside. Alright, so this is what it's doing. It's lands and it starts offloading and providing all that great, wonderful ignium for my steam turbines to use. And now we'll end the video. So, thanks for watching.